Senator is bigger. Isn't it, Keith Boykin? Idiot. But really the play here is, and pay attention to the chess match being played, Boykin, Roland, and all of you suckers out there. Matt Gaetz is out of the way for governor right now. So watch Byron Donald announce probably by the spring that he's running for governor of Florida with the endorsement of who? One Donald Trump. Who just won by double digits in Florida? You clown ass, you know what? Now let's talk about Wesley Hunt. We don't want to pull too many people from the Congress. So Wesley's probably going to just wait for a Senate seat or wait to run for Senate in Texas. That may be his play. I don't know. I haven't spoken to anybody, but it's how I would play it. Because I played chess all my life, and I played one-on-one basketball, unlike you dupes. Now let's talk about who else. We've got Ben Carson, Byron, Tim Scott. Tim Scott got what he wanted. He wanted to be National Senate committee chair. He is the chair of that. Guess what that job is, you idiots? Raising money for Senate seats and getting senators elected as Republicans. That is probably one of the most powerful positions in the U.S. Senate, besides majority leader. Now stand down, Boykin. Chill out. And for the next 4 years, shut the you-know-what up, because you don't know what you're talking about. Peace out, everybody.
Emil, I'll let you. You've had mental fisticuffs with Shelley on this show, so I'll let you respond. I think I saw you shaking your head, because at the end of the day, we're moving away from what Al Sharpton, like you said, who doesn't have any relevance to what we're talking about. And so now we're talking about the actual chess plays, as Brother Shelley calls it. Go ahead, brother. Your thoughts to what you heard.
It's always chess on both sides of the aisle. Let's be very clear. They're all strategists, and they're all thinking through, how do I keep the numbers in the Senate? How do I keep the numbers in the House? And how do I move people around? For instance, the chess play with Matt Gaetz was, if this was deliberate, it was brilliant, i.e., had he stayed in Congress, that report was coming out that would have damned him. And now that he's gone, and he resigned immediately upon being appointed as the Attorney General, that report is now suppressed. Will it come out? Who knows? But if it does, he's not a congressman in that position of jeopardy. So that chess play alone was pretty powerful. But let's talk about more chess in the context that Shelley mentioned. These people are pushing buttons and pushing dominoes down. So the point is, are you seeing a very deliberate strategy to place whom he, Donald Trump, believes are the right people into different places and positions? I believe that his team and him have come up with a great plan to place people in the appropriate positions. We'll see if it pans out. But Shelley's 100% correct. If you're looking at the surface, you're looking all wrong. And yes, you do not play a chess game using checkers pieces. You got to really think through the domino, second and third order effects. And once you do, you'll see that a lot of what he's doing, what Donald Trump and his team are doing, is actually kind of brilliant, in the sense that they're trying to make sure that the Senate and the House stay in firm Republican control, while pulling out of the House and Senate the talent that he says he wants.
And, this is a quick reminder for anybody that's watching or may watch this, and this is a very simple thing I'm going to say, and I'll move it over to Leo, is he's been president before. So for as alarming as some of these picks, what I think I heard Leo say at the beginning of this broadcast is, to a degree, I also consider technically, lame duck president is what he'll be, right? Since this is his second term. And so maybe there's some more risk associated with it, because Leo said his first time coming around, he kind of took a conservative approach. So I'm not surprised the second time around maybe he takes more risk, if you will. But to your point, Emil, there's a lot of strategy into it. But if you just listen to the news, and not to just knock the news, but they're just going to paint it very simply. And clearly that's not what's going on here. Go ahead, Leo.
It bothers me greatly that Shelley's assessment and Emil's so right about people like Roland Martin, who I respect as a brother, as a man who tries to pay attention to politics. And I think he has an eye towards helping Black people too. But I think he also internalizes the white mythology that Black people are stupid. And he pivots with this scare tactic, this boogeyman kind of approach to everything. that doesn't help Black people overall when it comes to learning to look ahead, to see the big picture, to know how to play the chess, to get yourself prepared for long-term leveraged moves. And both Emil and Shelley Winter, we may not agree in ideology, but they understand rubric, they understand critical thinking, they understand long-term planning and strategy. This is what all Black people need to learn so that we can reject this culturally based nonsense that people like Roland Martin are dumbing our people down with and making us less powerful. Because the fact is, yes, it's the National Republican Senatorial Committee that Shelley was trying to refer to when it comes to the brother Tim Scott. And then, of course, all those seats that Emil even talked about, Byron Donald is going to run for governor. That's for certain. Shelley is speculating. I know for sure he's running for governor. Then you're going to have senatorial seats open that the governor of Florida is going to get to appoint. Who knows? You might see Matt Gaetz again. Because Trump doesn't care about any of that thing. Again, while we're wishing and saying should and they ought not to and they ought not be able to have an illegal felon do this, they don't care about any of that. Y'all got to get real about this stuff. Trump is choosing loyalty and the ability of people to go on screen and lie for him. That's it. Now, if you don't like it, vote differently next time and tell the Democrats to get better at listening to real people.
100% on board with that. And again, that's why our show, in our opinion, I'm gonna keep bigging up. This is the point, right? To raise that consciousness that's missing. Period. So absolutely. Let me go to actually another cut, and this cut is really your